The NFL draft was completely overshadowed by the Aaron Rodgers show yesterday afternoon. And while Aaron Rodgers is still a member of the Green Bay Packers, and I think he will continue to be a member of the Green Bay Packers, it is clear that the situation between he and Green Bay is significantly worse than that, at least to the naked eye, between Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. And online, I've seen some really interesting takes about Aaron Rodgers. Oh, poor Aaron Rodgers. They just haven't been helping him out. Chris Sims. Rodgers has every right to be disgruntled, and I think public perception is on his side. Chris Sims is right on that front, at least. People realize he's been done wrong by an organization that doesn't go all in to win. If he wants a trade to happen, it's time to play hardball and say it. I suppose that's actually what took place, because per a series of tweets about what was going on behind the scenes, Green Bay had told Rodgers repeatedly they'd trade him in the offseason, and then they backed off. And Aaron Rodgers told some members of the Green Bay Packers that he's just tired of it here and he doesn't want to play in Green Bay anymore. He's not the only one. Our very own Hall of Famer, John Clayton, said, Rodgers, I'm siding with you. Of the Packers' last 10 first-rounders, 9 are on defense, 1 is Jordan Love to replace you. No support for a Hall of Famer. I totally disagree with these two takes. Do not fall for the online sympathy parade. Much like Russell Wilson earlier this year, Aaron Rodgers doesn't have it nearly as bad as things are being made out to be. And if I thought that the way that Russell Wilson went about things was annoying, Aaron Rodgers stealing the entire day, the most important day for 32 young men, probably in their NFL careers for the most part. This is going to be the biggest day for, I would imagine, at least half of the guys taken in the first round, if not more. Aaron Rodgers says, yeah, I'm going to decide to submarine the entire Green Bay Packers operation and make them look bad. And I just look at him and I think to myself, you're playing on a team that over the last 2 years has won 28 games total. 13-3 back-to-back regular seasons, 1 playoff victory, 2 NFC Championship game appearances. The first NFC Championship game, okay, you got your doors blown off. Was that the fault of the weapons around Aaron Rodgers? Was that the fault of the offense that Matt LaFleur, who, by the way, was brought in to replace Mike McCarthy, who Aaron Rodgers did not like? Was that the fault of Matt LaFleur's offense? No, not really. Aaron Rodgers, by the way, very good offensive line, unlike that of Russell Wilson, but that's neither here nor there. Then, so they're back in the NFC Championship game the next year. Aaron Rodgers is, running for his life a bit, but they're a couple of plays away from winning the NFC Championship game and going to the Super Bowl. What happened? What happened there? A couple of plays weren't made. And I get that Aaron Rodgers is going to look back at what took place during the 2020 NFL draft, and he's frustrated that the Green Bay Packers decided that they were going to take Jordan Love with that pick that they traded it back into the first round to get. They did not get him a wide receiver. I don't think Aaron Rodgers needed any wide receivers when he threw for 48 touchdown passes this past season and won the MVP for the 3rd time in his career. And I'm of the belief that if you are a quarterback in this league, yes, it could help to give that guy more weapons, but you want to build a complete roster. You can't win with just a quarterback in this league. And while I don't think it was a good idea for the Green Bay Packers to draft Jordan Love, especially given what took place last year, and I also don't think that right now the Packers should be asking Aaron Rodgers to, move some money around given what they did last year. At the same time, Rodgers has to get over it. This is how the NFL works. Every single guy will eventually be replaced. And why do you blame the Packers, who saw the second half of the 2019 campaign for Aaron Rodgers, where he was not the same quarterback that he'd been in the first half and not the same quarterback that we had seen for the majority of his career? And there have been a couple of down years in a row. I was of the belief going into this past season that Aaron Rodgers was maybe on the decline. Was he done? No. On the decline? It sure seemed like it. And just take a look at the stats that he had down the stretch. Yeah, he looked really good against the Seattle Seahawks in the playoffs of that season, but he had a couple of sub 50% completion games. He was throwing the ball. It was just inaccurate. He looked wonky. They bring in Jordan Love. All of a sudden, he has one of the best seasons of his career. In fact, the best season, statistically, of his career in many, many facets. He's in a good situation. And I just spare me with this pity parade that he is going out and publicly doing by himself. Eeyore, calm down, man. Like, this team is good. What's so bad about it? And why do you want out? It's tiresome. It's worse than the way that Russell Wilson handled it. And all you need to do is just take a look at perhaps the most hypocritical thing that you're going to see in the NFL, probably in the year 2021. Here's Aaron Rodgers with Kenny Mayne a month ago.
Well, when you say things like that, then he just said it's not in his hands. He might be right. Like, things get misinterpreted. Wouldn't you like to just proclaim, I'm there, I'm your guy. I want to keep throwing for Lombardi Avenue all day.
Ken, you and I both know that's not how it works.
No. Like Russell Wilson. He just answered a question.
Yeah. I'm not, necessarily going to approach it like how some of that stuff came out. But look, like I said last year, there's things that are just out of my control.
Two things. First off, clearly he doesn't think it's out of his control given the way that he is acting and totally sidetracking everything from the Green Bay Packers and what their approach should be right now and what their focus should be on right now, what they do the rest of the draft. Now all of a sudden it's like, oh God, what are we going to do at quarterback? I mean, we do have Jordan Love in the background, but are we going to try to trade Aaron Rodgers? What do we want to do here? Honestly, they don't have to trade Aaron Rodgers. They shouldn't trade Aaron Rodgers. They should keep him, and they should make him sit out. If he's so upset, all right, pay us back all the money that they're paying him. But the other thing is, too, I wouldn't handle it that way. I mean, you've handled it worse. In Russell's somewhat defense, at the very least, Russell didn't say that he didn't want to be here anymore. He just said that if he were to be traded, these are the teams that he would like to be traded to. Nuance. Not that different. Both tiresome. Rodgers significantly more tiresome.